Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Yo, what's good, y'all? What's the word? What's going on? How everybody doing out there? Y'all already know what it is, man. We are back again, and it's time for the Tuesday banger. It's time for the Tuesday banger, y'all. That's a lock. It's time for the Tuesday banger, and I got one. I keep a banger at all times. But like I always say before I start these videos off, I have no problem delivering this content to everybody that's out there working hard, working a 9 to 5. Everybody that's out there with their own business, getting to that bag the legit way. I make sure y'all got something to watch in the morning times, and I promise y'all, there's no problem on my end. I also have no problem making sure I'm warning y'all and telling y'all about how dangerous prison is. I only ask for one thing in the process, and that's for y'all to just stay out the way, man. That's it. That's the only thing I ask, man. I don't ask for a lot. I just want to see you do better for yourself if you out here towing the line with the streets, man. You got to change it up, man. You want to be out here for your family. You don't want to leave your family, man. The goal is to stay out here and watch your family grow, man. See your siblings grow up. See your parents get older, man. That's the goal. You can't do that from being in prison, man. We put more stress on them when we get locked up and we put more stress on them when we get locked up and they got to come hold us down, man. We got to change that, man. We have to, man. Promise y'all, man, you do the right thing, your life will be good, man. Just think about it, y'all. Just stay out the way from me, man. That's all I'm asking, man. Period. But y'all already know what it is, man. This is the Tuesday banger game. So what I need y'all to do with this one, like, share, subscribe, so y'all. Let's get it. Let's go. What? It's time for business. It's time for business, y'all. And the story I got for y'all today, it's called He Created a Predator. Crazy situation, crazy story. We are where, people? We are in penitentiary, man. Crazy things happen all the time, man. And I'm letting y'all know now, man. Y'all do know predators are waiting inside a prison for you, man. Just waiting for you to get into trouble, man. It's too many predators to count, man. It's too many of them to count. I'm being honest with y'all, man, because you'll look at just the average dude that just shake, rattle, and roll, and you'll put him in predator status. You can't do that, man. Like, the predators are the sneaky ones. The predators are the ones that when they finally get the cats out the bag about how they move and they like to shake, rattle, and roll by finessing, they still like to move in the shadows, man. They don't care, man. And it's a crazy situation going on there. That being said, though, we all sus as 2 for this, y'all. We all sus as 2. And I can remember being in 2C for this one, y'all. Second time around game, man. 2C was a crazy pod. Like, coming back from the first time when I was in there, like, I knew the landscape. I knew the dudes that was in there. But when I went to the hole, I was gone for so long, the whole pod done flipped over. There's a whole changed pod in there, man. The whole pod is flipped, man. So I'm in there just trying to find my way, man. I'm trying to find my way in there. Of course, now I'm starting to get la-la dreams. I'm trying to see how I can get some money now because I'm like, man, I'm just wasting time. I keep, you know what I mean, just going to the hole for stupid stuff. It's time for me to start thinking about some bread. So, like, I'm kind of trying to get some money. I'm trying to get a situation where I can move and be able to be comfortable and get some bread in the process. That's what I'm trying to do, man. To be honest with y'all, that's why I said I was trying to move, because 2C didn't feel like the old 2C. They broke everybody up when I went to the hole. I promise you, all my homeboys was in 4 building. So it was like, I'm like, yo, to see all my homeboys in 4 building, it felt crazy because I'm like, I'm the only one now in 2 building. Like, we was just out here a couple months ago, all of us was out here, but now everybody for the summertime is in 4 building, man. So, like, I really didn't like it. But it still was some dudes in there that I jive kick it with. Now, when I came in the block, I seen it was all type of new people in there. It was all type of new people in there, man. And for real, it was to the point where it was so many new people. I didn't really know a lot of these people, man. But at the end of the day, my predator radar detector, man, it was definitely on point. So this one dude, man, that slept in cell 12, man, it was crazy ironic that he slept in the last cell on the bottom tier, which is no man's land, man. We're going to call him Big Ox, man. Now, Big Ox, man, I'm not going to say where he's from, but Big Ox, man, was a predator. He was a predator, man. He was somebody that shaped, route, and rolled, and he was someone that definitely would finesse you, man. Now, y'all know he had all the predator tools, man. He ran the store box. It was like 3 store boxes in there, but he was one of the ones that ran the store box. So he was a guy that ran the store box. He was a serious guy. He was a guy that when he get close to me, my jump going off immediately. Like, as soon as I came in the pod, when I first got out the hole, I'm like, man, it's crazy. My homeboy like, yeah, look, you need something. He was like, we trying to make a meal. He was like, but the only dude that got the meat products, pause, was the dude Big Ox. So he was like, yo, we go to the store the next day. So my homeboy was like, my stuff loaned out. So he was like, man, we can make something. We just ain't got no exclusive stuff. So I was like, who the store box? So dudes was like, yo, the big dude right there. When he said it, Ox was standing over there by his cell. I promise you, from a far distance range. That man looked like he had the predator mask on, y'all. So boom. They was looking at me, telling me who he is the whole time. They telling me, I'm like, I'm like, he the only store box? They like, yeah, bro, like for real, I'm good. I'm like, yeah, I'm good too, man. Just give me 2 soups and a chip. Like, I just got out the hole. I'm happy for that. I ain't gonna be a beggar. I ain't gonna be a choosy beggar. You know what I mean? So I'm straight. I don't get my property till the next day. So I ain't borrowing nothing, but they put me on who dude was. So the whole time in the block, like, you know, it's gonna be people in there that shake, rattle, and roll. This is penitentiary, so you can't do nothing about that. Like, I wasn't tripping on what his business was, like, but just to know that it was a like, you will run across dudes that's what their profession is, man. Like, they supposed to get a check for this, man. These dudes are predators, man. Like, this is who they are. They don't care about what you think. So, like, when you run across those individuals, they be feeling different slightly when you run across the predators that just be super in the shadows. And, you know, his force shield is like, y'all know how the predator used to make itself disappear in the jungle on the movie? Like, now in penitentiary, like, the predators that people already know to count, they disappear and joint is gone. It's like they try to make themselves disappear and they can't now. It's like they out in the open. So they one of those type of predators, man. So he just was known for that, man. Now, he was in a cell with a dude that didn't really shake, rattle, and roll. I ain't even gonna lie. The dude he was in the cell with didn't shake, rattle, and roll. So they had to be from the same place. That's what I was thinking. Now, the dude he was in the cell with, I treated him kind of like he was the predator. I never really had conversation with him. When I scanned him, it came back maybe in his past. So I don't know what was going on. So the dude he was in the cell with had to, you know, they had to be getting along if he was in the cell with a sure enough predator. Now, when a predator is in the pod, like, you don't have to be in a cell with him for him to have to finesse you. Like, him getting you in the cell with him is basically like he's really just going in for the trap all the way. But him running the store box, like, you will see kind of like how it was in there. Now, I'm not trying to say this. It was a couple of white guys in there too. Like, and a couple of white dudes in there, man, like, they knew that dude was a bandit. They already knew that Big Ox was a bandit. Everybody already knew, man. Big Ox would go to the shower, and his cell, even though his cell was right there, kind of by the showers in cell 12, he'll come out with them big 3X boxes with no shirt on, tummy hanging out, and he'll be walking to the shower like, he'll be walking back to his cell like this, then he'll get by his cell, he'll be like, hey, open up cell 12. Just his boxer game on, y'all. Open up cell 12. Open up. His door open up, he'll be dudes waiting. And I used to see the little white dudes, like, they'll go store box stuff. And I'm like, why they keep catching him when he get out the shower game? None of my business. I ain't gonna lie. But I picked the joint. So dudes in the pod be telling me, like, yeah, look, sometimes, like, it's dudes, like the black dude, they showed me another black dude. It was like a black dude upstairs. Like, sometimes, like, he wasn't a shake, rattle, and roller, but he ended up, needed some cigarettes and this and that. He needed that. So he went to Big Ox and ended up doing favors. Like, they saying Big Ox will give you some items for some items, man. So to hear that, like, I'm like, this is crazy. So Big Ox basically having a ball in the pod. He got all the commissary. He got dudes coming to him, and he regular in the joint, man. So, like, he just in the joint chilling. And for real, the dudes that really rock with him kind of like, I didn't understand. But, as the moment, at the moment, he didn't really do nothing crazy except being a shake, rattle, and roller. So he still had people that would deal with him. So the dudes that was dealing with him was, I guess, the people from his city. I ain't gonna lie, and I ain't gonna put their names in it. But they definitely was used to rock with him. When I say rock with him, like, I don't think they had his back. Like, it was that. Because, when somebody shake, rattle, and roll, like, all bets are off to a lot of people as far as holding you down, unless you in that world with them, whatever the case. But they definitely used to go there and get food from him. They used to get items from him. They get cigarettes from him. Some of them gambled. Like, he would do that. So that's what I started pinning the whole time I was in the pod. Like, I was trying to see who really had this dude back. Because, when I'm in the pod, I'm scanning myself. When I'm in the pod, I'm watching everything. And I'm seeing who got whoever back. And that's something I'm looking out for. So I see a couple of people that rock with the predator, man. But his celly was the one that really rocked with him. So the whole time we was in there, me and him never had a conversation, man. We never had a conversation, man, till one day, man. We all had to go down to this thing they started on Sussex called the Picture Project. Now, Picture Project was something that they started where you can buy a picture ticket, man. Now, this is probably how it is still in Lawrenceville. I think that's how it was still. But back then, like when they first started, I remember I was in 2C, but they started, you can go to Commissary and spend $5 to $6. It was something like that, but you can buy one single picture ticket. So they'll give you something like a ticket, lunchroom ticket or something like that. You'll be able to take that to the gym and you can go flick it up for one picture. Now, the more picture tickets you buy, the more flicks you can take. So I think the limit used to be 5. So dudes used to just buy 5 when it first cranked up, and dudes used to go to the gym. So I remember I was one of the first dudes that they called. So of course I want to go take me a prison picture. Y'all already know the count. I ain't gonna kneel down and do nothing like that. But of course I bought me a picture. I ain't buy 5. You know what I mean? I was like, nah, I won't really like, I wasn't even thinking like I'm gonna take a group picture like I done seen in movies with dudes from Norfolk. I wasn't even thinking that. I was just like, yo, I'm just gonna take a picture just so I can send it to somebody I was trying to talk to. So that's what I was thinking. So they called us to go to the joint. So it's like 4 of us out there. They was like, they doing 5 at a time or something like that. So they was like, we waiting on one more person. So I'm trying to hurry up. I'm like, yo, come on, open the door. Why? They was like, y'all gotta leave together. All y'all gonna have one pass and you gotta leave together. So just hold on, wait. I'm like, man, come on, man. I got my crispy jeans on. You know what I mean? I got my crispy 48-50 game. Got my blue shirt on. I'm like, man, open the door up, man. I done had my blue shirt under the bunk bed for like a week. That junk got creases everywhere, y'all. So boom. That's how we used to iron our clothes, man. Like on them level 4s, like under the bed game, sleep on it. Like that's how your t-shirts get crispy. That's the only thing we had, man. But we right there waiting. We like, yo, so I'm like, who is it? So I heard her go on the intercom. I heard him say, I'm coming. His voice was super stupid too. He was like, I'm coming. Pause. That didn't even sound right. Then I look up, see 12 open up. And then you just see Big Ox walking down the joint coming towards us like this. He like, he got his new clothes on. I never seen him dressed up. Like, it ain't really new clothes, but he got on a better jean and shirt. So he coming down the joint. He like, I'm ready. And he kind of got close to me. As he got close to me, I was like, I kind of moved out the way. And he seen me move out the way. He walked up by the booth. He was like, he looked at me. I looked at him. I was like, no. He was like, I was like, yo, open the slide up, man. Lady opened the joint up. She let us out. So we dip into the gym. That's where you go take the pictures. So I'm trying to hurry up. They got a little line already from the people that was next door that was taking pictures. So we waiting for the people to move to finish taking the pictures. So we all in the gym. I look, I see the Predator, man. But I see him with this young boy. This young boy that I see him talking to is a young boy that I used to see and when I was in 2C in the beginning. Now, he went to the hole for cursing out a CO, so I haven't seen him since then. You know, you go to the hole, you disappear, you go to other blocks. Like, so I never saw him like that no more until this day. And I see him at the gym talking to the Predator. Now, the dude I'm talking about, man, we're going to call him Lex, man. You know what I mean? We're going to give him the name Lex. Now, Lex was kind of like a slim, brown-skinned dude. You could tell he was probably like my age or younger, you know what I mean? But again, I was guessing that maybe he was from the Predator city, so that's why he was kicking it with him. But they was kind of cool, super cool. I see the Predator hollering at him. So the Predator, they called the Predator name first to take the picture. My word, man, the Predator put on these glasses, man. He had look straight like an OG insane quick, and he was like this. He was taking pictures like this. He had a real penitentiary pose. He was like, big dude too. He was like, he had like 5 picture tickets. He did one like this. Space dude burnt out, y'all, so boom. It was time for me to take the pictures. I went regular on them, y'all. Y'all know I did the prison pose. There was nothing else to do. I went regular on them, though. You know what I mean? Did the regular shot, but I only had one shot. I took my pictures. It was out of there. I dipped. So on the whole walk back, they make us go back together. He's walking back with the young boy. So he talking to the young boy the whole time. You know what I mean? So when the young boy went towards one building, we went into 2 buildings. So as we going up the steps, I see him like he looked up kind of like, but I didn't know it was a white dude that was walking beside me. So I didn't know he was talking to me. So we going up the steps. I'm like, I hit the other steps. So they like 4 parts before you get to the 2C get back to 2C. So I'm like, when I get to this level, I'm like, I look down. I'm like, I see him looking. He coming up the steps. He like, so when I got to the other level, I was like, he's still looking. I got to say something to him. I was like, and I seen the white dude right there. He was like, hey, wait for me. White dude was like, white dude slowed down. I was like, man, gone. Shot in the pod. When I get back in the pod, I look. He's talking to the white dude. White dude hollering at him. Next thing you know, the white dude who borrowed some cigarettes from him. The white dude gets some cigarettes from him. White dude come straight across the tier, borrowed some cigarettes, went right outside and scored with the joint. Scored with the cigarettes. Now, I don't know how many cigarettes it was, but he definitely borrowed some cigarettes from the Predator. So now we about to go to Commissary, like I told y'all. So we go to commissary. As soon as we go to commissary, man, they called a white dude out there. It was crazy. I'll never forget it. Cause like for real, my roommate, they'll try to alphabetical order the joints. But my roommate last name, I think was it a B or something like that. So they called him first, and then my door was open. So I'm looking, we upstairs, I'm in 26, I'm looking. So cause I'm looking at the bags, I'm like, when they gonna call me? That's how people do, they roommate, they go to commissary, we going to look, see what's going on, check the trap. Where mine's at? Who going to commissary? Who owe me ain't going? Who being sneaky? You gotta watch everything in penitentiary. You gotta be on point. So I go to the door and look. The white dude coming out. His bag right there at the table. When I look at my roommate, there's two bags on the table. They're doing 2 at a time. When I look at my roommate going to get a big old Santa Claus bag that's on the table. His bag looking retarded sitting on the table. That junk leaning. I look at the white dude going over that junk, man, to get a bag. Man, he had 2 noodles in the bag, y'all. So boom. And the reason why I pimped it though, because I'm like, he looked like he ordered a lot of stuff. To see 2 noodles, I was like, 2 noodles? If you only got 2 noodles and you filled out your commissary sheet and you ordered a bunch of stuff and you only get 2 noodles, that means you only got like 50 cents on your books. That's a fact, man, because they gave you what you got on your books. Now, a lot of the times, our money be late from our peoples. That's what y'all don't understand. Like, we don't be trying to put too much pressure, but we do. We definitely put pressure. Let me say that. I'm not going to cover it up. But when you hear a guy calling and be like, yo, you got to make sure you do it by this day. It's very vital that you do it by that day, because the wrong move by you just waiting an hour, or I'll do it after work, or I'll do it later on, that can have a man not getting a commissary bag. That can have a man going down to the table in front of the whole pod getting 2 soup game, y'all. So boom. So make sure you put the money on the books on time. Or we got to make sure we give y'all enough time ahead of time to be able to let y'all know when we're going to commissary. Then that way, nobody fault. It'll be nobody fault. So I see the white dude get the bag. He looking sick. I see it in his face. His face like, this word, he signed for the junk. Because it's either you be like, you going to buck or you going to take your 2 soups. I done went down there and got a chip in the soup before. Like, it happens. White boy signed for the joint. He walk away with that little joint. He like, oh, here's the predator like, hey, come here. White boy detoured this way. He's like, go back to your cell. We passing out the commissary. White boy's, let me talk to you, Ox. Let me talk to you, Ox, when we come out. Yeah, dude. Man, all right, man. He dipped. He go back upstairs. You know what I mean? If I can see the predator face probably was like this. So boom. I knew it, man. This is what they wait for. They wait for stuff like this. They wait for opportunities where you owe them, where you're vulnerable, where you need them. Then they strike like a real predator, man. This dude a psychopath. I already know it. We come back out. As soon as we come back out, come down the steps. When I come down the steps, I just hear somebody getting cursed out. Now, don't get me wrong. The predator will be cursing certain people out if you don't got his shit. But I know for a fact that he preying on this white dude. You know what I mean? I know for a fact. So he cursing the white dude out. White dude like, man, I apologize, man. He was like, nah, fuck that. No, you got to make it right. You got to make it right today. That's the only way. That's the only way. You got to make it right today. I ain't trying to hit nothing. He was like, I'm going to make it right today. And my people sent the money late. He said, I probably get my receipt tonight. He was like, so you came and got something for me and you ain't even had your receipt. White boy was like, no, I thought I was good. He was like, no, you got to make it right today. You got to make it right today. He was like, how can I make it right? It just got quiet at that jump. Everybody's still trying to move around and handle their business. But it got quiet when that question came up. Dude was like, oh, what are you going to do about it? Are you nuts? So boom. Don't you ever ask that question to a predator, man. You got to be out of your mind. But nevertheless, next thing you know, the predator, all he do is collect stuff. I promise you, all he do is collect stuff after store that. He's the store box. As soon as he said that question, I started moving around. I stopped, like, I wouldn't even want to try, like, I was looking at that area because he sleep all the way back in cell 12. I promise you, man, I had to go grab something for my man in 16. So it was a lot of people standing over there. I was like, I'm gonna go up these steps. So I shot this way. As I shoot that way, my parental looked back by the window, back by cell 12. I look, I can see it as I'm passing it, like, cause it's right there. Man, I look, this is my word, cell 12 had to cut up, y'all, so boom. And this man be collecting around this time. That's all he do. But now he got the cut up. I'm like, this junk crazy. So everybody, I go put the stuff up myself. So as I go on myself was like, hey, look, he ain't there violating that white boy, man. This is because the white boy receipt was late, man. Like, man, Ox crazy, man. Everybody already know it. So I'm like, so I come in the cell, I hear my, like, basically my cellie, he talking about it to the dude that sleep next to us. So, but he in my cell, though, the dude got his back this way. I come in, I'm like, I hear him talk about it. I'm like, what? I'm like, oh, that's what I seen the cut up. He's like, yeah. He said, when the white boy said, what can you do to make it right? He said, they went in the cell. He said, everybody been trying to pay Ox, but Ox got the cut up. He was like, his celly said, don't come out the door. So he was like, I know they doing something. I'm like, man, that's crazy. I was like, the white dude just went straight for payment like that. I was like, I would have bucked, man. You gotta beat me up, something, man. I'm not just, man. He was like, yo, man. I was like, man, bro, want that, man. Pause, man. I was like, he has to. There's no way in the world. They stayed in that joint a little minute. So as the cut came down, the white dude came out. When the white dude came out, his homeboys would be like over by the toilet. He was allowed to walk over there. He seen the Predator roommate. The Predator roommate, the dude I told y'all be in the cell with him, he seen him. He started talking to him. They start walking laps. Talking. They was walking laps. Everybody in the pod like, crazy. But this is Story and Penitentiary, y'all. Like, this is why I don't never want y'all to come there, man. This is crazy in there, man. Him and his roommate spinning laps. They spinning laps talking to tall dude. He talking to him, oh yeah, dude. He like, he shooting his shot like a real, oh yeah. He like, his hands moving. He like a real predator in action. But I told y'all, I said maybe in his past, but he's just in the cell with the predator. So as they talking, the predator just in there collecting stuff. They say, cell break! I looked up, I seen the predator coming out with his bag. He had a cereal bag that he used to put his ice in. He came out, he was like, he went to the joint, he was like, you feel that joint up? He went in his pocket, he pulled out a piece of paper, he sat it on the table, he sat down on a little bench, he was like, he just sat there. Next thing you know, that joint said, closing the doors! All the doors start closing. Next thing you know, I look, cell 12 had to cut up again, y'all, so boom. Yo, man, what is going on? I was like, so the white dude had to shake, rattle, and roll with both of these dudes? Because that's what it was. Everybody like, yo. So his roommate, the white dude roommate is standing back there. And like, yo, he's like, yo, man, I ain't gonna call dude. He like, man, he's crazy. What is he doing? So he keep trying to like, he about to walk back to the predator cell. The predator just gritting on him from afar. But they over by the toilet. Everybody, the whole pod is watching this. This jump. So the predator just looking at the white dude making the scene like, man, what is he doing? What is his problem, man? You don't have to pay. Man? He's trying to snap the dude, like, chill. He keeps snatching away from his homeboy. The predator sitting at the table like, all you see is this predator man's rocking. He's like, like he growling at dude like, yeah, you better. So the white dude like, chill, man. So they got to cut up for a minute. So the predator got up. He left his ice sitting right there on the bench. He got up and he walked over to his cell 12. He was like, he went to the door. He was like, couldn't hear what he was saying, but he said something to whoever was in the room. Next thing you know, the predator walked to the booth. He went to the booth. Next thing you know, 12 opened up. So he must have told the lady, look, I came to get some ice. You can lock me out. They'll do that if you're going straight in. So she opened the door. So as he's walking back, you just see the white dude come out. White dude came out fast. He came out like this. He was moving. I was like, man, everybody looked at him. He went straight back there where his homeboys was at. He was like, man, what the hell is wrong with you, dude? What's the problem? They back there fussing. He like, chill, like he trying to kill him. You see the predator roommate come to the door. He like, he's standing at the door. He just looking all crazy. This is my word. Next thing you know, the white boy going in cell. White boys in the cell. We all out there having empire wreck. Dudes was like, yo, the police super deep about to come up here. Dude was downstairs working. He came back upstairs. He was like, yo, the police super deep. We like, what? What they about to come up here for? Like, I don't know. As he say that, you can see them coming. Next thing you know, our slider was open and you hear, you heard that jump. This is my word, everybody. They just start coming in. They like, lock down, everybody lock down. Lock down right now. They start locking everybody down, everybody lollygagging, everybody get this stuff. People ask people in the shower. They finally get everybody in the cell. We all locked down. I thought the white dude had locked down like everybody else. As I look, the white dude leaving out with the sergeant. He's leaving out the pod. I see the white dude. He's just leaving out with the sergeant. He's leaving. The next thing you know, they hit cell 12. Now, I don't know they hitting cell 12 until I just I'm looking at the face of the COs because where I'm angled at, the cell 12 is down. So I can't look down from my cell. So I'm just looking at the COs. They kind of all, the next thing you know, you hear Ox like, what we going to hold for? They like, man, come on. Like, come on, don't worry about it. Investigation. That's what you're going to hold for, investigation. Like, man, this junk crazy. So I'm looking, I'm like, you looked up, you seen Ox, they had to put 2 handcuffs on him. He came out like this, he was like, man, look, man, you got the wrong one. Well, I ain't do nothing, man. Yeah, I ain't do nothing. I ain't like, yeah, come on. They taking him right to the door. You look up, you see his celly coming out, looking like a maniac with his shirt off. You like, He got the face like, I don't care. They took him out. They was gone, y'all. That's my word. I'm like, oh my God. I ain't even gonna lie. To see those two dudes walk out, I did the shotgun clap, y'all. I was like, it's my word, man. That was 2 birds with 1 stone game, y'all. So boom. Now I hated that the white dude had to go through that situation. But you put yourself in those situations, man. Don't borrow money from a dude that shake, rattle, and roll. Learn from that, man. Period, man. So they all was gone. They all was gone, man. So they had us on lock for the rest of the day, man. So they never came and packed up their stuff. So when they did come pack up their stuff, man, it was late. And I ended up not catching it. So I did hear when they come in there. When they came in the pod, I heard it. So I'm thinking they packing their stuff up. So they leave. They let us out. Empire Rec game. They pop the doors. We come out. I come down the steps. I see everybody looking at cell 20. Like, yo, this word, bro. They was like, they packed his roommate stuff up. They ain't pack his stuff up. I'm like, what? He was like, yeah, the Predator. They called his name. I was like, who? They was like, yeah. They was like, man, they packed his roommate stuff. His stuff still right. Like, how you know? He was like, this is TV. He sleep on the bottom bunk. So I went back there like I was looking in the window. I looked in the cell. I was like, all his stuff was still in there. That junk was crazy, man. All his stuff was still in there. All you heard was the slide open up. My word, I looked up. I just seen the Predator coming down the stairs, walking down to the cell like this. He was like,
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart just to open your eyes.